So yesterday we were doing that graphical representation of simple harmonic motion, correct? Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think we did that time displacement graph.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the number, mass? Serial number?
Sir, we did till 4-2, sir.
4-1 is over, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Time velocity curve. You got the equation? V is equal to R omega cos theta.
Cos theta. Yes. Yes, sir.
So T0, T by 4, T by 2, 3T by 4,
Capital D. Yes, sir.
then 0, pi by 2, pi,
3 pi by 2, sir.
2 pi.
And 2 pi.
Yes. Cos 0 is 1, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So R omega.
R omega. Yes, sir.
Cos 90 is 0, so V is 0.
0. Yes, sir.
Cos 180 is minus 1.
Minus
so
1.
R omega.
Minus.
Cos
Yes, sir.
70 is 0. Cos 360 is plus 1. Again R omega.
Yes, sir.
So in this, velocity of n here, time here, the limits of velocity plus r omega, minus r omega, t by 4, t by 2, 3t by 2, 3t by 4, 2 pi, t.
Yes, sir.
Pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the coordinates are,
Sir, 0.
t is equal to 0, v is equal to plus r omega.
Yes, sir.
Next 0, correct?
Yes, sir. Then minus R omega.
Omega, again 0, again
0. Yes,
r
sir.
omega.
R omega. Yes, sir.
So this is called as time velocity curve or cosine curve. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you see carefully, for theta is equal to 0, displacement is 0.
Yes, sir. Even velocity is 0. No,
uh,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Velocity is r omega.
V is equal to r omega.
Yes,
Mean
sir.
again for theta is equal to 90 degrees, y becomes r, v becomes 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So velocity is leading displacement by a phase of 90 degrees. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So velocity of a particle in SHM leads its displacement by pi by 2 radians. Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Noted,
sir. 1 minute, sir.
Ah.
Done, sir. Done, sir.
Okay. The next one is so 4-3 time acceleration curve. So T theta A. This is 0, T by 4, T by 2, 3T by 4, T. 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. And acceleration formula is minus omega square y minus omega square r sine theta. So theta 0, sine 0 is 0, acceleration is 0. Sine theta, sine 90. So it is minus
Minus omega square. R omega.
square. Again sine 180 is 0. So acceleration is 0. Sine 270 minus 1. So minus of minus plus. r omega square. Again, sin 360 is 0. So here, on the x-axis, we'll take time. This is the acceleration of n. T by 4, t by 2, 3t by 4, t, pi by 2, 5, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. So when t is equal to 0, acceleration is 0. Limits are, of course, this is
R omega
omega square
minus R omega square.
minus r omega square. And for pi by 2, that is t by 4, it is a is minus r omega square. For t by 2, it is 0. For 3t by 4 plus r omega square, 0. So this is called as time acceleration curve or negative sign curve. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Negative sign curve. So this time acceleration curve lags behind time displacement curve by a phase of pi radians. How? If you put y 0
Yes, sir.
plus r 0 minus r
Minus
0.
0. Yes, sir.
So there is a phase lag of 180 degrees between time acceleration, time displacement curve.
Yes, sir.
Time displacement curve is sine curve and time acceleration curve is cosine curve. Sorry, negative
Yes.
sine curve.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the phase difference between time acceleration and time velocity curve is 90 degrees. Or you can also say in other way, time velocity curve leads time acceleration curve by a phase of 270 degrees or 3 pi by 2 radians. Okay, ma?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is about the graphical representation of the simple harmonic motion. Please note down.
Yes, sir. Sir, here it's written time acceleration curve lags is a
Behind,
60 behind. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
behind time displacement curve by a phase of
Pi radians. Okay, sir.
pi radians.
Done, sir. Done, sir.
Okay. Next one is simple pendulum. Yeah, you write the definition, ma.
Yes, sir. Yes.
A point mass. A point mass suspended from a rigid support. A point mass suspended from a rigid support by a tensionless thread. A point mass suspended from a rigid support by a tensionless thread a point mass suspended from a rigid support by a tensionless thread
Yes, sir. Yes.
is called the simple pendulum. Now let us try to understand that.
Yes, sir.
Here is a rigid support. Here is a thread. Here is a bob, metallic bob. The radius of bob is say r, small r. This is A. O is the center of gravity of the bob. Length of the thread is L. We are calling it as point mass. But it's not point, right? It has got some shape and size.
Yes,
But
sir.
why it
Yes,
is
sir.
called as point mass? Because the radius of the bob is very much less than the length of the thread.
Okay, sir. Yes.
The radius may be in the order of 0.6 centimeters. Length of the thread will be, say, around 40, 50, 60, like that. So, radius of the bob is very much less than the length of the thread by which it is suspended. Hence,
Yes.
we call it as a point mass.
Yes, sir.
That is the reason for calling it as a point mass. Okay, ma?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Then the weight is mg. The tension in the thread will be acting towards the point of support. So, at this position O, T minus mg will be equal to 0. So, net tension is 0. Hence, we call it as tensionless thread.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Therefore, it is
Tensionless thread.
resultant tension in the thread is 0. Hence, it is called tensionless thread.
Yes, sir. Sir,
And-
because downward weight and tension balance, that's why it is called the tensionless thread, no, sir?
Yeah, that's what I wrote there.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir.
This equation means that.
Yes, sir.
And here is a rigid support. Okay.
Yes,
So now,
sir. Yes.
now the definition is valid or not?
Yes,
A point
sir.
mass
Yes. Suspended rigid
from a
support.
rigid support by a tensionless thread
Tensionless.
is
Yes.
called simple pendulum. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then distance from the support to the center of gravity of the bob is called length of the pendulum. Here is the center of gravity O of the bob. This is the point of support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Therefore, the distance from the point of support to the center of gravity of the bob That is called as length of the pendulum. Next, here is the pendulum. This is the point of support. You have taken it to the position A, we can call it as extreme position, and you leave that bob from A. What will happen? It starts from A.
Yes, sir. Then goes to B, sir.
Through O. This
Yes,
is
sir.
equilibrium position O.
Yes, sir. It will go to.
So through O, it goes up to the other extreme position B.
Yes, sir.
Again, from B, it comes back to the point of start.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So then we say that the pendulum has completed one full oscillation. When the pendulum set into motion comes back to the point of start, we say that it completes one full oscillation. But you should remember, I told you in the definition, this angular displacement theta should be less than 5 degrees,
Yes,
so
sir.
that this path AOB will be approximated to straight line.
Yes, sir.
Because if you want to claim the motion of a body as simple harmonic,
Yes,
it
sir.
will be a straight line.
Yes, sir.
This is possible only when theta is less than 5 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Yes, sir.
the pendulum takes, suppose, t seconds to make one complete oscillation. Then time taken to make one oscillation is t by n. That is called as time period. Time taken by the pendulum to complete one full oscillation is called as time period. Similarly, in t seconds, if the pendulum makes n oscillations, then number of oscillations made by it in 1 second, that is n by t, that is called as frequency.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So frequency is the number of oscillations made by the pendulum per second. Looking at these two equations, we can write nu is equal to 1 by t, or nu into t will be equal to 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma? So
Yes,
I
sir.
already gave you the definition of simple pendulum. Next one is length, distance of point of support from the center of gravity of the bob is called the length. If small l is the length of the thread and r is the radius of the bob, length of
Yes,
the
sir.
pendulum becomes L plus
L
R.
plus R. Yes, sir.
Next, when the pendulum taken to one extreme position A and is left, then
Yes.
it moves from the point of start through mean position, it goes up to other extreme position. Again,
Yes, sir.
from there through O comes back to A. We say that it
Yes.
completes one full oscillation. Time
Yes, sir.
taken to make one complete oscillation, we call it as time period.
Yes,
Number of
sir.
oscillations made by the simple pendulum in unit time is called as frequency.
Frequency. Yes, sir.
Okay, you want these definitions or no? Not necessary.
Sir, I'll write them down, sir.
Okay. Afterwards,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay. Let us then go to the derivation of time period.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Fifth two, yeah, yes.
Yes, sir.
Derivation of formula for the time period. This is the point of support. Here is the mean position. And the pendulum is taken to the extreme position here. A. So this is the displacement x. Here is theta. This is L. So at this position, this is the weight mg acting in downward direction, resolving the weight in two components. Mg makes an angle theta with the vertical. So this becomes mg cos theta, mg sin theta. This is tension. So to begin with, at the extreme position A, tension in the thread is balanced by mg cos theta. And this horizontal component of weight is towards O. That is,
Towards the mean position, sir.
yes, mean or equilibrium position. So it tends to bring the bob back to O after releasing it, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So hence we call it as the restoring force. So Fr will be equal to mg into theta, since theta less than 5 degrees and sine theta is approximately equal to theta. Why theta should be less than 5 degrees? For the oscillations of simple pendulum to be simple harmonic,
Motion.
angular displacement should not be more than 5 degrees.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Prima?
Yes, sir.
Then this is, you call it as equation 1. So because of this, at A, displacement is maximum, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Velocity is 0.
Yes, sir.
Next, at the mean position O, displacement is 0.
Yes, sir.
Displacement is always measured from the mean position.
Yes, sir.
So displacement is 0 and velocity is maximum.
Yes, sir.
Again, at B, other extreme position,
Displacement is maximum, sir.
and velocity is 0.
Is 0. Yes, sir.
Means what can you conclude from this? As the pendulum oscillates,
Yes, sir.
the velocity of the bob of the pendulum is increasing from 0, attains maximum at the mean position, again
Yes, sir.
becomes 0 at
Decrease.
the other extreme position,
Yes,
again
sir.
becomes maximum at the mean position. Thus, the bob oscillates between the extreme positions A and B.
Yes, sir.
Angular displacement is than 5 degrees.
Yes,
With
sir.
varying velocity.
Yes, sir.
That is, with an acceleration A.
Yes, sir.
Once the velocity changes, definitely it possesses acceleration. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Therefore, the accelerating force will be MA. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So according to the definition of simple harmonic motion, you call it as equation 2.
Yes, sir.
The accelerating force will be opposing the restoring force.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, M into A is equal to minus mg into theta. Here is restoring force. Correct or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we got A is equal to minus
Minus
G
G.
into theta.
Yes, sir.
Then see this sector SOA.
Yes, sir.
Length of the arc, that is OA, is equal to OA is equal to radius into angle between the radii. Antena?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So OA is nothing but x, L
Yes.
into theta,
Yes, sir.
or theta is equal to x by L. Then 3A anandi, call it as 3B. So put this theta in 3A. So we get, I am linking these two equations.
Yes, sir.
A is equal to minus G into
Minus
x by L.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Or A is equal to minus G by L into x.
Yes, sir.
You compare this equation with the equation of SHM we derived earlier. A is equal to minus omega square x.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday we derived all the formulae for displacement,
Yes.
velocity,
Yes.
acceleration.
Yes, sir.
So if you consider the motion of N, A is equal to minus omega square y. If you consider the motion of M on XO x dash, it is minus omega square x.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So comparing this equation with equation of SHM implies omega is equal to root of G by L, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, T is equal to 2 pi by omega.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Therefore, time period of oscillating simple pendulum is given by
2 by root
L by
L by. Yes, sir.
simple. So this is the derivation of formula for time period.
Yes, sir.
You want to note down?
Yes, sir. I'm noting down the last point, sir.
Okay, good. Shall I keep it here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is very, very important point, ma.
Yes, sir.
You can get it in essay question.
Yes, sir.
Completed, huh?
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Next. This is very, very important for solving problems.
Yes, sir.
5.3. Laws of simple pendulum. So we got the formula for time period of pendulum as 2 pi root of L by G, correct?
Yes, sir.
So first law, at a place where G is constant, the time period of simple pendulum varies directly as its length.
Yes, sir.
Square root of length, sorry. At a place where acceleration due to gravity is constant, its time period varies directly as the square root of its length. Okay?
Yes, sir.
That is T1 by T2 is equal to root of L1 by L2, or L1 by L2 is equal to T1 by T2 whole square. And delta T by T is equal to half into delta L by L. Kada?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
L to the power of half. So for very small variations, problems వస్తాయి వీటి మీద.
Yes, sir.
The percentage change increase or decrease in time period is half the percentage increase or decrease of the length. For considerable variations, yes, this is the formula to be used.
Yes, sir.
And I told you in work for energy lesson, wherever there is a relation y varies directly as x square, then
Yes.
we can use that formula. What is that I said? Delta y by y into 100 is x2 by x1 whole square minus 1 multiplied by 100.
Yes. Yes.
So according to that, it will be L2 minus, subtract 1 on both sides, L2 minus L1 by L1 into 100 will be T2 by T1 whole square minus 1 whole multiplied by 100. So I gave you the calculated values there. I don't know whether you remembered, long back we did. So this is delta T by T into 100. This is delta L by L into 100. I made you to calculate also. This is 21, 69, 10, 20, 30. No, this is 44. This is 96, 69, 40, 96, 50, 125, 100, 300. So there I said, do you remember this table at least?
No, sir. I'll check in the
Work
notes.
for energy, I
Yes,
gave
sir.
this relation, K varies directly as P square.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There I said, wherever you find a relation y varies directly as x square, you have to
Yes.
apply this. You can apply this, I said.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're same thing, na? Same relation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Yes.
if you want 10% increase in time period, length should increase by 21%.
Yes, sir.
If you want 20% increase in time period, length should increase by 44.
44. Yes, sir.
And so on. If you want, you can have one calculation. Say, for example, L1 is equal to L, L2 is equal to L plus 69%. of L. So it is 1.69 L, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you want time period using this relation, T2 by T1 minus 1 into 100 is root L2 by L1 minus 1 multiplied by 100.
Yes, sir.
So this is 1.69 L by L under root minus 1 multiplied by 100. 1.69 is 1.3. L will cancel. 1.3 minus 1 into 100. This is 0.3 into 100, 30%.
Yes, sir.
Telling that
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it,
length
sir.
increases by 69, time
Yes, sir.
period will increase by 30%.
30%. Yes, sir.
Yes. So when you are given percentage variation in time period, and if you want percentage increase in length, this is the formula.
Yes, sir.
When you are given percentage increase in length, and if you're asked to find percentage change in time period, second formula.
Yes, sir.
These are the standard numbers which normally will come in the exam.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Next, second law. Noted?
Yes, sir. Noted, sir.
Try to do the calculations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For the simple pendulum of the given length, given length means length constant.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Time period varies inversely as the square root of acceleration due to gravity.
Yes, sir.
So T1 by T2 is root of G2 by G1, or G1 by G2 is T2 by T1 whole square. Yes, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Here is the Earth.
Yes, sir.
Acceleration due to gravity at the equator is GE.
Yes, sir.
Acceleration due to gravity at the poles is GP.
Yes, sir.
And I told you GE is less than GP.
Yes, sir.
And time period varies inversely as G.
Yes, sir.
So TE is more than TP. Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Time period is more means the pendulum goes slower.
Sure. Yes, sir.
The pendulum goes slower at the equator and goes faster at the pole.
Poles. Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Yes, sir.
you should be able to link the relations what we got in gravitation. G varies directly as the m by r square.
Yes, sir.
So T1 by T2 is equal to root of, for two different planets. Suppose you have done the
Yes.
experiment with simple pendulum on the Earth.
Yes, sir.
You have taken it to the Mars, whose
Yes,
mass
sir.
is double that of Earth and radius is 4 times more than the Earth. Like that,
Yes,
you will
sir.
be getting questions.
Yes, sir.
So M1 by M2 into R2 by R1 whole square.
Yes, sir.
That is R2 by R1 into root of M1 by M2. This is one relation. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we have another relation. G is equal to 4 by 3 pi G rho R. So 4 by 3 pi Z constant
Yes, sir.
implies G varies directly as
Yes,
rho
sir.
R.
Yes, sir.
So T1 by T2 is equal to root of G2 by G1. That is when you are given densities of the planets and radii. Then
Yes,
this is
sir.
the formula to be used.
Yes, sir.
So thus they will link the variation of acceleration due to gravity with height and depth also they will give you. This
Yes,
is
sir.
G varying directly as m by r square. G varies directly as rho r. And
Yes.
here we have with height. You have conducted the experiment on the Earth's surface. You got some time period T naught. Now you
Yes,
have
sir.
taken it to a height of say 600 kilometers. What will be the time period? Like that, they will ask questions.
Yes,
So
sir.
what is the formula there? T by T
Yeah.
naught
Yes, sir.
is equal to G by G1.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
And what formula you got there? G1 by G is equal to R by R plus H whole square. Avuna?
Yes, sir.
So we want G by G1 means
R. Yes, sir.
R plus H by R,
Plus
because
H.
the square is
Yes.
there, will go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, with depth, we got G2 is equal to G into 1 minus D by R.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, T2 by T naught is G by
G2.
G2.
Yes, sir.
G by G2 means 1 by root of 1 minus D by
Minus
R.
D by. Yes, sir.
Antema?
Yes, sir.
So like this, they will be mixing concepts of
Yes, sir.
gravity to simple pendulum.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
you
sir.
should be able to do anything that comes based on all these relations.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
know whether you are taking down or not.
Yes, sir. I'm noting down.
Yeah, because they are all important things for JE. I am doing now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Third law. You know, length of the pendulum is L plus R, correct?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And the time period varies directly as root L.
Yes, sir.
The time period of the pendulum depends on the size of the bob.
Yes, sir.
But the formula for time period does not contain mass or density.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, it says time period of simple pendulum is independent of the mass or material of the bob.
Yes, sir.
Depends on its size. Okay, ma?
Yes, sir.
This is called third law. And then for the same time period, that is T is equal to 2 pi root of L by G. So T is constant, I am assuming, implies L by G is constant or L1 by L2 is equal to G1 by G2.
Yes, sir.
For example, on the earth, I have a pendulum with a time period of 2 seconds. Now
Yes,
you
sir.
have taken the pendulum to moon. The acceleration due to gravity on the moon is 1/6. The
Yes,
length
sir.
of the pendulum on the earth is 1 meter.
Yes,
On
sir.
the moon also, its time period should be 2 seconds. So what will be the length? Will it be same or not? So whenever you are keeping time period constant, yes,
L2.
L2 by L1 is G2 by
G2 by.
G1.
Yes, sir.
So L2 should be L1 is 1 meter,
Yes, sir.
G2 is G by 6, G1 is G.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, length should be how much?
1/6 meter.
Or 16.67 centimeters.
Yes, sir.
On the Earth's surface, if the pendulum has got a length of 100 centimeters,
Yes,
then
sir.
on the moon it should have 16.67 centimeters to have the same time period. Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Yes. Got it.
These are the laws of the pendulum. Ma?
Yes, sir.
Now we can keep the pendulum in a lift.
Yes, sir.
simple pendulum in the lift. We have those equations. What are they? When a body is in a lift and when it is going up, then apparent weight is m
mg.
into g
Yes.
plus
G
a.
plus.
When
Yes,
the
sir.
lift is going down, W2 m into g minus a,
Yes, sir.
and when velocity is constant,
And yes, sir.
W3 is equal W.
Yes, sir.
Ropes of the lift are cut,
It's 0. W equal to 0.
W4 is 0 because A is equal to G.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here G1 will be G plus A, Anna,
Yes, sir.
when it is going up.
Yes, sir.
When it is moving down, G2 will be G minus A.
Yes, sir.
When it is moving up or down with constant velocity, G3 will be equal to G. Freely falling, G4 will be 0. Anna?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you kept an oscillating pendulum in the lift.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if it is going up, then 2 pi into root of L by G plus A. Anna?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
2 pi into root of L by G, you take common. 1 plus A by G. Therefore, T1 will be 2 pi root of L by G is T0
Yes, sir. By
by root of 1 plus
1.
A by G.
Yes.
So denominator is increasing, therefore it is less than T0. Avana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Time period decreases means pendulum goes
Moves
fast.
fast. Yes, sir.
Thermal expansion lo చెప్పుకున్నాం.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Instead of doing oscillation in 2 seconds, it does oscillation in a time less than 2 seconds. So it
Yes.
goes faster. Avana?
Yes, sir.
In the similar manner, time period of the pendulum in a lift which is descending
Yes,
is
sir.
2 pi root of L by G minus
G
A.
minus.
Because
Yes, sir.
denominator is reducing, time period will be more than the actual time period.
Yes,
So
sir.
in
It
the
goes
similar
slower.
manner, I can write T0 by root of 1 minus A by G means pendulum
Goes
goes
slower.
slower.
Yes, sir.
And for this, G3 is equal to G, so T3 is equal to T0.
Yes, sir.
And T4, anything by 0 is infinity.
Is infinite. Yes, sir.
Means does not oscillate. That's the meaning of it.
Okay, sir.
Infinity time period will never be there.
Yes, sir.
And frequencies also you can write. New one, yes. Reciprocal of time period.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So frequency new one will become 1 by 2 pi into root of G plus A by L.
Yes, sir.
So this becomes nu naught into root of 1 plus A by G.
Yes, sir.
And here nu 2 becomes nu naught into root of 1 minus A by G. So here frequency will be more than actual frequency when the lift is ascending. Whereas here it will be less than
Yes.
actual frequency.
Yes, sir.
And nu 3 will be equal to nu naught, nu 4 0.
Yes, sir.
It does not oscillate at all. Then,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this is about the simple pendulum in a lift.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Have you noted that?
Yes, sir. Noted, sir.
All.
Yes, sir. All of them are noted.
Good. Doing fast, right?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Good. So tomorrow we'll
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right, ma.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Yes. Maths class is there, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.